Okay, in this video we're going to be going over the adjustments. So your adjustments for your head install, step adjust, headspace, and your bidirectional. So this is if your white's off and you just need to check the alignment on your printer. We're going to be using a microscope for this one. This is from Amazon and it's Andon Star. That's the name, the brand name. So you can look up that microscope in Amazon or any microscope, and that'll be it. Okay, so on your adjust tab, you have head install, step adjust, headspace, color adjust, and bidirectional. So with this particular model, 1380S, we don't have to worry about the head install so much, but I'm going to print it anyhow just to take a look. And I'll kind of tell you what we would be looking for here. This kind of tells you your placement of your capping station. And like I said, with this particular model, we've never had any problems with it being off. And there it is there, it's nice and straight. And what you're looking for here is like in the middle here, you'll see like the black offset. Like it won't be like a perfectly straight line like that. You'll see some kind of discrepancy off somewhere. And like I said, with these ones, you don't have to worry about it so much. So your step adjust, you're gonna hit print adjust on your step adjust. Okay, so this is your step adjust. That's how the film is moving down, it's stepping down. So what you're looking for here is you'll notice that it kind of splits into a V. And here it splits into a V. So what we're looking for is that V to come down center and be a perfect center line. So as you can see here, like number 2, it looks messed up, but then when you get to 0, it's nice, straight, thin line. Now let's say that this thin line looks like over here to -2, and it looks like a really good read from -2, and 0 looks a little messed up, but the -2 looks like the 0 right now. So what we would do in that case is we would go up, we would go over and -2 from here. So we would go onto this, and we would go minus 2. So it would be -2, and then you would hit calculate, and then print adjust again. And then come over and take a look after it prints. And this is what you want your 0 to look like. A nice one fine straight line. No splits. So the 0 looks straight up from the 0 as long as it's perfectly straight. And one thin line. Your step adjust is good. Now we'll move on to the headspace. In your headspace, you have your horizontal adjustment for your left and your right, and then we have a vertical adjustment. That's your up and down, your Y. So this is your X, and this is your Y. So we're gonna start with our horizontal, and we're gonna print adjust. So hit print adjust, and let's take a look at the print here. And with this one in particular, I'm gonna use the microscope. Okay, so we did left distance first, horizontal. That's what the printout looks like. And what we're basically doing is you can kind of see the white line in the center. And then, let me just grab my pointer here. So there's a white line that goes straight down. And then there's 2 black lines with a gap in the middle. What we're trying to do is close the gap with the white. So we want that to be perfectly straight and lined up with the black. So we just keep going over and over. And now our 0 looks good. If you look here, you can see a little sliver of white. It's offset a little bit. And on this one, it's a little bit offset. But this here looks perfectly centered. So it looks like it's a straight line going up. It doesn't look like that, where it's offset. Now, let's say that you print it and +3 looks like the 0, like it should be. So if it's the +3 looks like it's good, we're going to come up to here and we're going to add +3. So now it's at -3 right now, so we would bring that value down to 0. So that would be 0. So we would just go over to it, click over, and put 0, print adjust, make sure it's correct, and then keep it. But I'm going to put it back to what the original setting was because it's good, which was -3. And we can move on to our right adjustment. So our left looks good. After you make the adjustment and it looks good, you can just quickly just hit the save. It'll save your parameters, and then you can move on to your right distance, just in case anything happens so you don't lose it. So after we get everyone, just hit save quickly. So we're going to print adjust the right distance now. Okay, once you've done the left, now we're going to move to our right. Hit print adjust. And then we're going to come over and take a look. And we'll take a look in the microscope. So if we look here, let me find the 0. Okay, so here's our 0. And if we go up, we can see that it's just not on that black. We want to get the dots and we want it all lined up. I want that white right over the black. So you see if we go over here to +1, it goes over that way too much. It goes to the left too much. But if we go to minus, now it's moving pretty much right on the black dots. So we're going to go -1. So over here, we come over to here and we're going to go -1. So we're going to take that down and we're going to go to 2.5 and then print adjust. So we just took off minus another 1. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our 0 and see if we're more straight now. So there's our 0. Oops. And now we are right on the black line. And that's what we're looking for, is to get right on the black line. If I go to +1, it's off a little bit. If I go to -1, it's off a little bit. So now I know I'm perfectly aligned for my right distance. So now we're good on left and right. And now we're going to go up here and click on vertical. And then when you're in vertical, just hit print adjust and we'll adjust accordingly from here. Okay, so after you check your horizontal, we're going to move over to vertical. Hit print adjust. Going to use our microscope for this. Okay, so this is our vertical. So as you can see here, there's a white line, straight white line, and then 2 black lines. And what we're trying to do is bring that white line perfectly straight with these 2 black lines. So as I move over, you can see that white line is getting closer to those 2 lines, making it straight. So what we're looking for is to make our 0 perfectly straight. We're always trying to make the 0 perfect. So what we're looking for here is straight across. So now we have our white line straight across. And now we can also use the microscope if we want, just to make sure that it's perfectly across. So let's get our microscope in there. Okay, let's get on our 0. Okay, let's get on the 0, we're on the 0. So now if we move up, there's our white line, and that's perfect. We're looking for it to be perfectly on that line. Now if I go over here, you can see +1 is offset a bit. If I move over, now if I move over to my -1, so there's 0, -1 is offset a bit. So your 0 has to look straight across perfectly, and this one is aligned. So that is your vertical. Any adjustments made, of course, until you get it to that 0 point, until you get it right across. Make them accordingly. Once you get it, hit the save button. Save your parameters. And now we're going to move to bidirectional. Okay, in bidirectional, you want to just, so bidirectional, we don't worry about color adjust, we skip from headspace. So right from our vertical headspace to bidirectional, and hit print adjust. Now this one we can do with the eye, we don't need, you don't really have to use the microscope for that. Again, what you're looking for here is we have one solid black line and then 2 black lines with a gap in the middle. We're trying to close the gap. So we want that long black line to line up perfectly with the 2 black lines. So the long black line to line up with these 2. So as we get closer, you can see that it's getting closer. And then when we get to 0, if you look here, it's offset a little bit on one side. And if you look at +1, you can see it's offset a little bit there, and you can use the microscope again. And 0 is perfectly straight up each side. So our 0 is good, looks good. So our bidirectional is good. Again, if you have to change it, change your value here, add or subtract, and then just hit print adjust again. And then when you have it and it looks good on 0, hit the save button. And that's it. That's the adjustments that's all the adjustments that are made for the 1380S DTF printer. And now you can move on to printing and see if you're aligned.